And now the umpire dusts off the plate. So Valor Christian up 2-0 with runners on second and third in the first inning. No outs with Morgan Patron set to hit.
Yeah, this Valor Christian offense is really rolling. And Eshelman has to do something here.
And that's ripped down the line. Foul.
Just
That's a hard hit ball.
We now see our blue guys in the spandex suit rolling up to the game a little late with the Valor flag. It's good to see them supporting all our teams here.
And we're going to see 0-1, so this is the first time we've seen Eshelman really get up. And this is going to be a home run.
Out of here.
That was yacked just to the right of our booth to right or left center field. It's a hit a long way.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard hit baseball 5-0 Valor Christian. Hard hit softball 5-0 Valor Christian leads in the first. No outs.
She really just got a hold of that ball and just hit it in the left center power alley and went ahead and poked that out of the yard. And this Valor Christian offense is really, really rolling here, and Eshelman has to make an adjustment because this is getting out of hand here in a hurry. And now coming to the plate, we will see number 17, Hallie Murray.
Yeah, the catcher for Valor Christian. So Valor Christian finds itself in a great position here. And in softball, similar to baseball, it is 5 or 10 runs after 5 innings. So Valor Christian is finding itself on pace to easily eclipse that. And that's going to be a ball as well.
So we'll see the count 2-0 here as Eshelman falls behind yet another Valor hitter.
Hallie is a left-handed hitter, and she rips that back towards us. That's a pop fly, and the center fielder will track it down for the first out of the inning. That's number 7 for
that's big for this Machebeuf defense to finally put that first out on the board. It's rough when you when an offense gets rolling like that and they put up 5 runs without you even recording it out. So that's a little bit of a milestone for them now.
That's Kelly Daly, a captain on the catch. And that's going to be high and out, so ball 1. And I believe up to bat for Valor Christian is Emily Carlson, number 9, a junior right fielder. And that also will go in for a ball, so through 2-0.
We see Carlson hitting .256 so far in the season with 44 plate appearances.
It's respectable. And that's going to be low, so that's a walk. That's the 4th ball. So Valor Christian continues to put it on as we'll see McKenna Roth, a center fielder, get ready to hit here.
Roth hitting .275 on the season. She, some speed here from McKenna Roth, however, and from the center field position with 4 stolen bases on the season.
Yeah, she's a great fielder, and that's going to go in low. So now we're going to see Carlson advance. So 1-0, and that's the 5th straight ball thrown. And this is a ground ball through the hole in the left side of the infield, so Carlson advances as McKenna Roth is on with a single. Runners on the corners, 1 out here in the first inning. Valor Christian leads 5-0 against the Bishop Machebeuf Buffaloes.
Nice hit there from McKenna Roth to move the runner to third base with 1 out here. So now ball of the outfield will score a run as we see Dominique Shells, number 18, come to the plate.
A freshman, I believe.
Dominique Shells struggling a little bit on the season, batting .067 with 23 plate appearances.
She is a freshman, so she does have a lot of time to build here in the program that we're starting to see Coach Gillette.
Finally Valor Christian with a JV team this year. Last year it was just the varsity squad.
Yeah, I didn't have enough players in a year until now, so it's good to see this program growing, a big freshman class. But the class they're really excited about, and that's going to be ripped up the middle for a single, and that'll score 2 as Roth takes home as well, so 7-0 Valor Christian. But they're really excited about the sophomore class. Have a bright future. Feel that they can make a run in next year and the year after that with players like Roth and you also
Kendall Oman, the speedster on the base paths.
Yeah, Patron's a sophomore as well. But you also have a freshman Kender who will still be here. But the core of this team is really sophomores. As Shells takes that base.
Yeah, sophomore Hallie Murray, the catcher behind the plate, always a leadership position on the team, and she's got 3 more years here at Valor and a bright future here in the program.
And that's going to be another ball. So 2-0, and Valor Christian is having no trouble with the Buffaloes so far. And that's hit towards first base, and it'll go foul, as that pitch was inside on Oman.
Oman turned on that and just yanked it foul down the line. And if that sneaks on the left side of that first base path, she's dangerous because she could take 2 on you very easily.
Yeah, got a little big wheels there, and that's going to be high. So 2-2 now. And this is going to be popped over the shortstop. So Shells is going to head towards third. And Oman all the way to
take second. And you see her, the wheels really step in there, and you can tell that that's a big part of this Valor offense is her being able to get on base and move herself into scoring position.
Yeah, interesting to go to second when you're already up 7 runs in the first inning, though.
I mean, at this point, it's still we haven't even.
And that's another pop fly towards the left fielder, and it's going to get under her glove. And now Oman will advance to third, beat the throw there. And, man, it's to second, and another run scores Valor Christian 8-0.
We see Dominique Schell score the run there after her 2 RBI single, and that's good for her, get a little confidence boost late in the season and see if she can propel herself into her sophomore year.
And now we're going to see the Machebeuf coach come talk to the umpire, and then his team gathers. And
wise move for
he's going to change pitchers.
I mean, you got to do something to stop the momentum of this Valor offense, and Eshelman just wasn't quite getting it done.
So now number 13 into the game. That is it's Garcia. She's batting .450.
So it's good to get that bat in the lineup, too, in addition to the arm on the mound. But
she's a freshman, Katie Garcia is.
We see her come in with 6 appearances on the season, and she's 0-3 with 14.1 innings pitched. And she has the most appearances and the most innings pitched of anybody on this team.
She, something about this Machebeuf team is they have played some almost comically high-scoring games. They lost 16-35. They won 30-22.
I mean, you see a fairly high-powered Machebeuf offense. You see several players hitting over 400. But then you go to the pitching categories, and those are not nearly as impressive.
Yeah, they have allowed under 15 runs once on the season.
And it's hard to win a ball game when your pitchers are just consistently giving up that many runs.
Yeah, they are consistently over 20. I mean, they've won a number of games. Their offense is pretty prolific. They can hit the ball well, but sometimes that pitching is it starts there. Something else interesting is we have balloons in the field of play today.
Yeah, not sure exactly. I'm surprised the umpires allowed that. Could be a distraction for the hitters, but they're just floating away.
Hasn't seemed to distract Valor Christian too much so far. And that's going to be ripped the other way, but foul off the bat of Roberts. Second and third for Valor Christian. 1 out, leading 8-0 in the first.
You see Roberts coming into this game, and she's battling injury this season. She hurt her right bicep, and you see her wearing the kinesiology tape, and so she's worked through that, and it's been a struggle for her, but she's performing fairly well in the season. As we see that pitch get to the backstop, and all of the Valor runners will move up, and a run will score.
So Oman scores there, man to third base. Valor Christian up 9-0 now, and Eshelman is down down in this count. 2
Garcia
balls, 1
is
strike.
down.
Excuse me, you're right. Garcia with the pitching switch. And Jordy Roberts at the plate. And she's going to hit that back towards center a little bit. Pop fly, though. Oh, and it's mishandled by the second baseman. Dropped out of her glove. That's number 2. So
looked like she had a beat on it, but then couldn't quite squeeze it. It just fell harmlessly to the turf.
Orzelek has the air there. So
clearly early on in this game that defense is not a strong suit for this Machebeuf team, as we see them struggling early.
And this is hit back up the middle for a single, so Roberts to second. Mann is going to score there, and Kinder to first base. Valor Christian now 10-0.
Good piece of hitting by Kinder there, helping herself out. And
so now we have Patron, who went yard in the first inning, or excuse me, in the first at bat of this inning.
Yeah, no, we're still in this first inning here. It just seems like it might have been innings ago, but just the one.
So Valor Christian is leading 9-10, I believe.
I thought it was 10, but the scoreboard here says 9.
I think. Oh, and that's high towards the right fielder, and she'll make the catch.
Runners will tag. Both runners will advance on the play.
So that's now 2 outs.
Looked like
Patron can't.
Patron was trying to dip and drive a little bit there, maybe see if she could go back-to-back, but no such luck.
So Murray up now, the catcher. Second and third for her, has a chance to bring in some runs. Oh, and I believe the reason why it only says 9 is because there's only 1 digit on the scoreboard. So by our count, it's 10.
Normally you see him just roll over to 0, but I guess we'll just stay at 9 here.
Yeah. And that pitch is going to be outside on the left-handed hitter, 2-0. And at this time, let's go down to our sideline reporter, Carrick Henderson.
Average speed that she is pitching is 45 miles per hour, and her change is in the
We apologize for the a bit cuttiness, choppiness of that. But what we did gain was that she is pitching an average of 45 miles an hour.
Which is it's a little bit low for the high school level. I mean, normally you want your pitcher to be in the mid-50s and maybe top out at 60 miles an hour.
Rachel Bruns is now running, comes into the game for number 17.
It's good to see her get in the game on senior day here.
So she'll be running from first base as the bases are loaded after Murray walked. So McKenna Roth here. Excuse me, I think Roth is already out of the game as that swung through.
And we have a tennis ball on the field now.
Oh, tennis ball came up in the court. It's got a match.
And we don't quite clear the fence on the way back out. So we'll take a break here just for a second as we clear the field of the tennis ball.
Carlson is up, Roth is on deck. Carlson had a hit in her first at bat, and that's going to be off the plate for ball 1. So 1-1 on Carlson, 2 outs in the first.
We saw Carlson take a big hack on the first pitch and swing right through it, but
and she'll do the same on the second. So seeing Garcia having a little bit more success.
It almost perhaps seems like an off-speed pitch for these Valor Christian hitters sometimes.
Yeah, it takes a little while.
It takes a little longer to get to the plate.
Coming faster, though, than as that's going to be up, but coming a little bit harder than we saw out of Eshelman. So maybe they're acclimating to that as well. As Valor Christian is leading 10-0. And that's going to be high as well. So 3-2-2 full count here on Carlson.
We'll see the payoff pitch with the bases loaded here in the first inning with 2 outs. Valor Christian up by 10.
And that's going to be low. So
No, it is not. That will be
Ooh.
strike 3, and the inning will be over. That did appear to be a low pitch, but
I believe
perhaps the umpire just
might have want to get through that. So Valor Christian will take the field here, up 10-0 here on the Valor Sports Network.
we'll get ready for the start of the second inning here. And we see Valor Christian go into this inning with a lead of 10-0. Zanny Kinder will remain in the circle for Valor as we see her complete her handshake with Hallie
Gotcha.
Murray.
So Valor Christian is in a good position so far in this game. So we'll see what response we see out of the Buffaloes. Number 16, the cleanup hitter, Michaela Dexter, the shortstop, is up. She has been the best hitter so far for the Buffaloes, hitting over 500. And
This
she'll
game
swing through
almost
that.
comically imbalanced so far as we see Valor Christian with a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the first, and then they come out and strike for 10 runs in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, now we see the scoreboard change to 10, the kind of blinking 1-0.
Zanny changes eye levels there and gets her swinging through that pitch up in the zone.
So 0-2, and that is high.
Well, that'll bring the count to 1-2. And perhaps a little bit of a waste pitch there from Zanny trying to get her to chase.
And that'll be strike 3, so Kinder will keep her solid performance going.
We saw Michaela Dexter, that previous hitter, come into this game batting .560. So the fact that Kinder was able to handle her with such ease is a testament to her pitching ability for sure.
Now we see Leela Rice, and that's going to be low. So ball 1 on Rice. Kinder ready to go again. And that'll be swung through by Ross, so now Kinder up 0-2 once again.
And we see her just kind of dicing through these Machebeuf hitters. I mean, and this is a fairly prolific offense for Machebeuf. They've posted a lot of runs, but Kinder seems to be handling them quite well.
Oh, and that's hit right back at Kinder, but she gets a glove on it, knocks it down, and throws to Roberts over at first for the out. But that's a well-struck ball there from Rice.
Shows tremendous athleticism and reaction there because they are really close in that circle, and that ball was just laced back through the box, and she just stabbed at it and knocked it down and kept her composure and made a nice throw over to first.
So 2 outs here in the top of the second for the Buffaloes.
That ball misses low.
And that's going to be hit foul over the head of number 7 for Valor Christian, the third baseman, Hanneman.
A 1-1 count here for Kinder.
That'll be low and skipping.
Bringing the count to 2-1 here. And
At the plate is Madison Mayers, the right fielder.
for most of this game, we've seen Kinder ahead of these Machebeuf hitters. We've seen her get first and second pitch strikes in, and she's been fairly dominant.
Valor Christian leading 10-0 after the first inning. We're in the top of the second.
That pitch low in the dirt, and Kinder will fall behind 3-1 to Madison Mayers.
So Kinder in danger of giving up her first walk of the game.
She might see throw a little get-me-over fastball here, and we will see that, but it misses just inside for a walk for Mayers. And that is the first base runner allowed by Kinders.
So now number 8 Eshelman still hitting in this game, the original pitcher. She comes to the plate.
We see Eshelman coming into this game batting .222, so struggling a little bit in comparison to the rest of this Machebeuf lineup, but not too bad as she swings through that first pitch to bring the count to 0-1.
The Buffaloes are on a 2-game win streak, coming off wins over Denver North 24-16 and Sheridan 27-11.
So they come into this game carrying a little bit of momentum, and it would have been good for them to keep that rolling through that first inning, but unfortunately no such luck for them as they've got quite a deep hole to dig out of here.
And that now Kinder's up 0-2. 2 outs here in the second inning. And that's swung through for strike 3. Valor Christian will trot off the field.
And we'll actually send it down right now to our man behind the plate, Carrick Henderson.
Down here on the field, so far she's touched 60 in her warm-ups, but during the game she's consistently been hitting 54 and bringing the off-speed with 50 miles per hour. She's obviously warmed up to her full speed and bringing the heat.
I'd like to thank Carrick for that pitching report on Kinder, and we'll be back when the bottom of the second, Valor up to hit. And we are just about back, ready for the bottom of the second. Leading off for Valor Christian is center fielder McKenna Roth.
We see Roth with some speed stepping into the box here, the center fielder for this Valor Christian team. And we'll see if she can get it started, maybe get herself into scoring position and set up another big inning for this Valor offense.
We still see Garcia in the circle. She did a pretty good job of getting herself out of, getting her team out of the last inning.
Came in for some damage control, a little mop-up time for her, and she's just going to come in here and try to eat up some innings, see if she can prevent herself from giving up too many more runs, as this game is already pretty well out of hand.
And Roth is going to hit it back at her, gets under her glove, and then the shortstop also can't field it, so Roth is going to be safe on first.
Middle infielders were converging there, but not quite enough range to get behind second base and make that play as Roth cruises into first.
So Dominique Shells, who I believe had a single in the first inning. And we'll see what she can do here in the second. And that's going to be a line drive flared into right field. And she'll go to first and actually run through the bag.
So we see Dominique with her second hit on the day. And we see Roth move up to second base, and that will bring to the plate Kendall Oman, the leadoff hitter. So we've got all kinds of speed here on the base paths, and we'll see if Kendall can put a ball in play here and maybe move some runners up.
And this is going to be popped up in the infield and caught by the shortstop, Mares. So 1 out. Just to plug some other things coming up, Valor Christian has the homecoming football game against the Fountain Fort Carson 4th-ranked football team. So that's going to be a good game. Valor Christian comes in ranked 7th. Fountain Fort Carson is 4th in the 5A. They upset defending champion Columbine a couple weeks ago. So they're undefeated coming in as that pass ball advances both runners. Also have a big soccer game this week against D'Evelyn.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think our next broadcast that we'll be bringing you is the Fountain Fort Carson game.
But soccer, if you just want to check out some athletics live.
We've got some boys tennis going on right over now at the courts adjacent to us.
And that's a ball. So Valor Christian.
What? Trojans.
The Fountain Fort Carson Trojans. Excuse me, couldn't think of that. It's embarrassing. And that's going to be low. So 3-0.
We see 2 runners in scoring position here for Man. And
she's up 2-0, excuse me. And Valor Christian looking to make a similar dent in the score here in the second inning as they did in the first, and that's going to go behind.
Now we'll advance both runners,
Man.
and Run will score, and Man will move up to first.
So good aggressive base running up by 10 there by McKenna Roth. And on third is Dominique Shells. Runners on the corners for Valor Christian as we see Roberts up to the plate. She's probably the senior leader for Valor Christian.
Sure, she's really stepped up, and as a transfer student last year, she had to come in and really earn these girls' respect, and she's done a fantastic job doing that.
And then knocks that first one foul. Talking to Coach Gillette, she said that obviously Roberts, being such an exceptional player but just having a lot of natural leadership characteristics, is one of the team leaders, but also said that McKenna Roth, the sophomore center fielder, does a great job of that and will probably take over the real front girl job in terms of leadership.
So we're going to see, I wouldn't be too surprised to see this Valor Christian offense start going station to station fairly soon. But the reason they're still trying to advance is they're trying to reach that 20-run mercy limit in the third inning. So they're really kind of putting the gas on still, trying to get to that 20-run mark.
And this is well hit up the middle, and that's going to score Shells from third, and as well as
we'll see Man move up to third.
And that throw is going to be taken by the left fielder near third base as Robert gets the second. So that 20-run rule is something you don't see in baseball, and probably just because there's a lot of disparity between teams in a sport like softball where a lot of girls don't pick it up until high school.
Sure, you see a lot of lopsided games, a lot of 15-0, a lot of 18-6 wins.
And up to plate here is Kender, and she pops that towards shortstop Mares, and it's in and out of her glove, and now Man scores from third, and Roberts advances on that throw home, and she might be tagged out. And now Kender to second. So
we see this Machebeuf defense throwing the ball around the infield, and that allows Valor Christian to score a run and then move 2 more runners into scoring position. And now we have a big bat in Morgan Patron coming to the plate, and she already has a home run here today, as she went Yahtzee in her first at bat.
Yeah, has a home run and then flew out to right field, so she's 1 for 2.
And she is hit by that pitch, and she will just cruise down to first base.
Doesn't seem too phased by it. And now we're going to bring up Emily Carlson, I believe. No, excuse me, Hallie Murray, the catcher. So Murray, a left. I think the only Omen hits left but throws right. Murray, I believe, does the same, and that's going to be outside as the bases are loaded.
It's a decent advantage with this slap hitting style in the softball to be able to just slap it and run out of the box, but we don't see much of that from the Valor offense today. We see most of them just sitting back and driving the ball gap to gap and just kind of lacing balls all around the field.
And that's high, so 2-0. And now we're going to see Garcia with the third pitch. 1-1, but that's going to hit her as well. So,
And she's coming back for some reason.
she was just ready to drop, but nobody else was really on that plan.
Not convinced. A good acting job there from Murray, but
I think they're gonna.
She will not be awarded the base.
It was a foul ball.
So it looked like it might have got the barrel, the butt of the bat, possibly.
Yeah. And that will be driven, and right into the left fielder's glove. It was a hard hit, so she dropped it. And Kender did a poor job running there, so that's going to be an out at 3. I think she might have thought that it was caught.
She looked like she was going back to tag up because she thought the ball was caught, and then she just got frozen in between second and third and wasn't exactly sure where to go, and she ended up getting thrown out
Scores
at
a
third
run,
for the
though,
first,
so 14.
Second out, pardon me.
14-0 here for Valor Christian. Runners at first and second for Carlson. And so 4 runs so far this inning, but 2 outs, so a bit better inning for the Buffaloes. And running is Rachel Bruns, a courtesy runner for catcher Murray.
And again, good to see her getting in on senior day, as she has hardly played at all this season because of injury.
Carlson will be ready to hit.
And that pitch will go to the backstop, and both runners will move up into scoring position.
So now second and third with 1 ball. 2 outs here in the second inning. Valor Christian with a big lead.
And Valor just 6 more runs till they get to that 20-run mark. So they're not going station to station just yet. They're still advancing on pass balls, but
doing the 20 run almost helps both teams because if you're Bishop Matchbuff, you don't want to just sit there and watch teams go station to station on you.
Just
you want
puts
them
you
to
out
play
of your
competitive
misery a little bit. You want to play a competitive softball game, and that's hard to do when you're down by such a wide margin.
So 2-1, 2 outs here for Carlson. Carlson hits. They will have batted around again in this inning.
That ball misses high and brings the count to 3-1. So we'll probably see Carlson get a pitch to hit here.
To give you an update on some tennis, Eric Ratkellis is up 5-0 in the first set.
Yeah, he's an exceptional player. And we see him handling his opponent quite nicely as that ball is fouled back behind home plate to bring the count full here.
We also see number 2 doubles player Austin
Grzinski
is up, I think, 3 or 4 games to none. So
that ball's fouled off down
they're doing a great job over there
line
for a full.
So we'll see the payoff pitch again here.
Full count, and runners at second and third. Carlson set to hit, and she hits that back up towards center, but Daly will be there for the catch, and that'll end the inning. Valor Christian puts up 4 in the second to lead 14-0 going to the top of the third. You're watching the Valor Sports Network. We are back here at Valor Christian for this this game here, and little powwow on the mound.
And we will see Zanny Kinder remain on the mound. And she and Murray have an elaborate handshake that they perform before each inning.
I think we're going to see a lot of subs here for Valor Christian.
Probably get some of the younger players in.
Number 12 is in it. That's Rodriguez, Lisa Rodriguez, a junior. She's in at second base. Number 6, that's Chloe DeBus, a sophomore. She's in right
field.
excuse me. Mann stays in the game. She was playing second. Now we're going to see her playing
left field.
So that's those are the 2 subs so far. I imagine we'll see Estes coming in the game at some point here on senior day.
Yeah, good to get everybody some playing time in a game like this where finally Valor Christian making some adjustments as this game is well out of reach.
And the umpire is writing down set adjustments before we get ready to rumble.
And
here we go. Top
we
third.
are underway here in the top of the third as we see this 0-0 pitch.
And setting up on the outside, and that'll be hit towards second, and the play is made. Roberts with a great stretch.
She really got down for that one. She had to reach out, and a bang play there at first, but a tremendously athletic play from Roberts. We see Stephanie White come to the plate for Machebeuf, and she has the catching duties on the day. And the first pitch from Kinder is swung on and missed.
So Kinder up 0-1. And Zaney again here. That's going to be strike 3, or excuse me, foul tip. He'd give a nice little punch out the deal, but it's just
yeah, umpire not a little bit of confusion with the call there, but
and this will be hit towards third base, and a great play. Ooh, strong
another
throw.
strong stretch from Roberts as she almost practically did the splits on that. Tremendous flexibility.
And 2 outs here for Roberts. Excuse me, Kinder.
Roberts too. She's recorded 2 on the inning.
And we're going to see Kelly Daly, the center fielder, up to bat, leadoff hitter. And that's a strike, so 0-1.
And Zanny commanding.
Done a great job.
Fantastic job.
Second pitch. Ooh, good pitch. A little bit of dive on that to get the Daly to swing through it. So now Daly's down 0-2 to Kinder. See Kinder bring some off speed.
If we're going to see anybody get it started here, this is the person to do it.
And
Kelly Daly, their leadoff hitter, is one of their best players.
Done a good job in center so far.
Yeah, so we'll see if she can get them started. But she's down 1-2 to Kinder here.
And Kinder will get her there.
And we will...
We'll move to the bottom of the third after that 1-2-3. Great inning there by Kinder. You're watching the Valor Sports Network. We are just about to get underway here, bottom of the third. Valor Christian leading 14-0 over the Bishop Machebeuf Buffaloes. And starting the inning off is McKenna Roth for the second time in a row.
We'll see Garcia on the mound for the Buffalo still. And Roth here is trying to get it started for the Valor Christian Eagles.
And she's having a little conference with Coach Gillette as the umpire sorts his business out.
And
we are just about to get underway. We'll see what she can do. Singled in the first and then reached on an error in the second. So Valor Christian will probably be pushing for the 20 after 3 rule.
Yep, they'll really have their
as that's a ball low and in.
They're striking here in the third to try to put this game out of reach and really finish it off strong. Have to push across 6 here in the third to reach that 20-run limit.
Roth is ready to rumble. 1-0. And she takes that inside pitch down the line, foul.
She yanks that down the line, just foul, as that could have gone for extra bases.
Yeah, she gets that fair, and she's running for a while. Got a big, long stride. Also plays basketball here at Valor Christian.
Sure, with that height advantage, it's a good thing for her as she gets out on the goal.
And she'll hit this back up the middle. Oh, and it can't be caught there by Daly. And she fumbles with it a little bit, but Roth will stay at first, so another error for them.
Good job by Daly to knock that down.
Seems to catch her in the wrist. So Valor Christian has a runner on. No outs here in the third. So up to bat is the bus.
And this will be her first at bat on the day as she just reported in for the Valor Eagles last inning.
And that's ball out.
Just a bit outside. And we have a camera down here on set as one of our cameramen is not doing such a good job over there.
And that's going to be ball 2. And hopefully he didn't ruin our expensive equipment. But
he's really struggling over there, and it's not that difficult a job to perform, but he seems to be having a difficult time.
And now we're going to see DeBus still hitting, and that's going to come inside as Roth goes for 2. The throw down a little closer. And
she'll still easily cruise into second with a stolen base. And I believe that is either her 5th or 6th on the season. She came into the game with 4, and I think she had one earlier on.
Yeah, so that's looking to be her 6th. We'll see what DeBus can do.
That ball gets to the backstop, and Roth will move up once again.
So now runner on third. 3-1 is the count. No outs here in the bottom of the third inning.
So DeBus will try to get a ball to the right side here, maybe get a ball to the outfield and score this run.
And that pitch will be well outside, and Roth takes home.
Oh, Karam off the cement backstop gave Machebeuf a chance on a play at home there, but no such luck as Roth slides in safely.
15-0 now for Valor Christian in the bottom of the third. We're going to see Kendall Oman up to hit after Chloe DeBus reaches there. Oman, I believe, is 1 for 2 on the game.
Sounds about right.
And she lays down a great punt, and she'll
filthy.
be there.
The dirty bird laid down by Oman, and she will advance to second.
Throwing error there on the catcher, and now DeBus is going to go home.
So that will bring the score to 16-0 here. As Oman lays down a one-handed bunt as she's cruising out of the box.
Almost looked like she just gave up on it and then just placed it right down there in front of first.
So
now we're going to see the always powerful Shelby Mann. She has a home run on the year.
And we will see a runner in scoring position here as that ball skips away and gets to the backstop and we'll see Omen move up to third easily.
So Valor Christian in danger of that 20 after 3 rule, and if that stands, Zany Kinder will have a no-hitter. And Valor Christian is 4 runs away. Make that 3 runs away, as that's a single up the middle.
Laced up the middle by Shelby Mann. And we'll probably see her try to get herself into scoring position here as we see Jordy Roberts coming up to the plate. Big hitter here for this Valor offense.
Yeah, Roberts in her senior day.
And we apologize for Landon Troca's infraction here in the booth. Zanny, if you're watching this later, we sincerely apologize for anything that may happen in the future.
And that's going to be a foul ball from Roberts.
So just 3 runs away here from that 20-0 rule as we see Roberts at the plate with nobody out and Shelby Mann on first base. So she'll try to do a job here and get a runner into scoring position.
And that's going to be well up, and we're going to see Mann advance to second.
And she'll round and look at third, but no play there as that ball just goes harmlessly to the backstop, and she'll just take the 1 base.
So Roberts and a good hitters count 2-1, and that's going to be low, but handled by the catcher 3-1. So an even better hitting count for Roberts. And we'll see if she can convert here for Valor Christian.
She'll more than likely get a pitch to hit as Garcia will be looking for a fastball, and she'll lace that into left field for at least a single. And we'll see Mann move up to third.
And Roberts will take 2 as it's a third baseman couldn't handle it. And into the game for the Bishop Machebeuf Buffaloes, we're going to see number 6, Jessica Wyatt. She's a freshman, and she's in left field. Also, I think we have a change over in right field. That's Sarah Beth Giger, a senior.
Again, good to see the seniors getting some playing time here. And not necessarily as big a deal for Machebeuf, but this is Valor's last home game. And
they're going to hold up on that
Roberts
pass ball.
Will have to stay at second as Mann does not get quite good enough a jump to score on that pass ball. Came close to running her off the base there, but she held up just in time.
And that's going to be well hit over the right fielder's head. It'll one-hop the wall. And now that'll bring 2 around and on her way to third base. Oh, and she overruns the bag a little bit, but we'll get back. That's number 14, Kinder.
Now with nobody out, we have a runner on third base, and we are just 1 run away from the 20-0 score limit. And we see Morgan Patron at the plate here with a home run already on the day, and all she has to do is poke something to the right side, maybe get a ball in the outfield, and this game will be over. So we'll probably see a different defensive alignment here, trying to throw out that run at home for Machebeuf. And maybe not. Nope, we won't. They won't do anything.
And that's going to be a ball 1 high.
So they will not make any defensive adjustments. We'll just see him play it normal here as all she has to do is just poke something barely into the outfield and this game's over.
And she'll do that as the high fly ball over towards first base will be caught, and Kinder will tag as nobody's covering
and
home.
that will be your ball game, I believe, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we might be mistaken.
And I don't know, Kinder ran back, and some sort of confusion on the...
Kinder's in the dugout, but we have the field umpire calling her safe. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here, but we'll get it all straightened out in just a moment.
So that's going to be game.
That's your ball game.
Because they're going to say the run scored even though she ran all the way back to third. They're going to say that trying to get her on the tag isn't going to work, so she's going to advance. That is a no-hitter for Zany Kinder.
Congratulations, Zanny. That is a fantastically pitched game by her. And I'm sorry, Landon, for calling you out earlier. You know it's a cardinal sin to talk about the no-hitter in the broadcast booth, but it doesn't affect Zanny here and her dominant performance over this Machebeuf.
So Valor Christian is going to improve to 7-8-1 on the year, and the Bishop Machebeuf Buffaloes drop to 3-12. That game took just over an hour.
So a hasty game here as we really cruised through both lineups, and Valor really handled their business and got it done here against Machebeuf.
So Valor Christian has 3 games left this year, I believe.
We'll see if they can push themselves into the above 500 category and see if they can have themselves a winning season here with just 3 games left.
Got a game at Holy Family, who is a traditionally pretty good softball team, and then Cheyenne Mountain on the 2nd of October, if you want to make it out to Valor Christian for that game, as it is the last home game of the year. From all of us here at Valor Sports Network, I'm Landon Troca alongside Matt Fontenot. Good night.